Israel-Iran news now. Iran and Israel switch to direct war. A targeted Israeli strike near Damascus killed 2 Iranian generals and 5 others on April 1. Iran responded by sending over 300 drones and missiles into Israel on April 13. The Iron Dome air defense system intercepted 99% of the weapons, preventing deaths in Israel. Israel reacted with a modest strike in central Iran's Isfahan on April 19 without injuries. Although Iran and Israel have not yet killed one another's nationals on their soil, they are dangerously close to war. How did we arrive? Death to Israel. Conflicts aren't spontaneous. History is always present, especially in the Middle East. Israel and Iran have had bad blood since Iran's founding in February 1979. After the monarchy collapsed, the Islamic Revolution transformed Iran. The monarchy pursued Iranian nationalism abroad. Israel was a useful collaborator, not an opponent. Mullahs, Iran's new authorities, established an Islamist foreign policy. Israel was the little Satan and the U.S.'s regional subcontractor in their Middle East view. From the start, the mullahs fought Israel by proxy. The first indirect collision was in Lebanon, where Islamic Amal became the pro-Iran core in 1979. After the 1982 Israeli invasion of Lebanon, Hezbollah led the fight to expel Israel in 2000. This tactic worked, with Hezbollah becoming Lebanon's strongest force. Iran saw Hezbollah as an unofficial wing of the Iranian Revolutionary Guards that supported the Assad regime in Syria and anti-American Shia groups in Iraq while undermining Israel. Iran later sponsored the Yemeni Shia Houthi uprising. Iran is gathering forces around Israel to fight the Zionist entity when the time comes. Meanwhile, Russia has doggedly pursued an atomic bomb. Iran would benefit from such a weapon in 2 ways. First, it would deter Israel, the U.S., and Arab friends. Second, it would be Iran's backstop if confrontation with Israel escalated. Israeli-Iran policy failure. The main question is, why has Israel allowed this to happen? How did Iran gather these soldiers against Israel? The answer is here. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has led Israel for 15 years. The Iranian nuclear threat is his biggest concern for Israel's survival. Jews who remember the Holocaust less than a century ago fear the extinction of their people, and it's understandable that they associate that fear with Iran. However, Netanyahu's policy has 3 primary issues. After the 2015 Iran nuclear deal and President Donald Trump's renunciation of it, he had no plausible strategy to deal with the program. Second, Israel has not created an independent military option to cope with the Iranian nuclear project, despite Netanyahu's rhetoric. Thirdly, while the Iran nuclear program was his major priority, Netanyahu ignored Hamas and Hezbollah's progressive growth into armies. This change has been seen since Hamas' October 7, 2023 attack on Israel. Netanyahu's air campaign in Syria to reduce Iranian presence and weaponry shipments to Lebanon was tactically successful but strategically unsuccessful. Iran has got the upper hand and built a strong enemy circle around Israel. Most crucially, it has kept the bomb race going. Interpreting April strikes. We should view the Iran-Israel clashes in this context. Both parties changed their policies. Iran struck Israel directly for the first time. Israel bombed Iran in a justifiable, if muted, reprisal, destroying a radar system guarding nuclear sites near Isfahan. Strike was an escalation. Iran lost tactically thanks to aborted attacks, while Israel showed potential. Just tactical failure and success. How about strategic results? In the guessing game, what did both sides learn? I'll guess. Iran will maintain its 1,979 policies and aspirations. They are now a question of the Islamic regime's purpose. They will employ proxies and engage directly when desired. They believe they have passed the Rubicon and can directly strike Israel. The burden is on Israel. The Israeli establishment still supports Netanyahu, but most of them are already thinking about life after the next elections, which I hope will be in autumn 2024. They must make tough choices. Will Israel fight Hezbollah fully? What will Israel do to eliminate Hamas in Gaza? In particular, how will Israel handle the Iranian nuclear program? Unfortunately, the last round of hostilities was not the beginning or conclusion of the end for the two protagonists due to their decisions and challenges. Stay updated. The author's opinions may not necessarily reflect Fair Observer's editorial policy. About the author, Joseph Olmert is a Middle East academic, former Israeli peace negotiator, political insider, journalist, author, and public speaker. USC University of South Carolina adjunct professor. Olmert was part of the Israeli team to the Madrid Peace Conference and Washington, D.C. discussions with Syria. Policy advisor to Israeli Defense Minister Moshe Arentz in 1999. Olmert has a Middle East history Ph.D. from LSE. Son of former Knesset member Mordechai Olmert and brother of former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert. Fair Observer published this. Facebook, Twitter, email, Flipboard, Mastodon, share.